Whew. Hey, what's up, sports bettors? So we are going to hit some profitable bets. I'm just going to pull everything up, make sure we're good to go, and then we will get started. So let's hit some bets. Logging into my accounts really quick. Okay, good to go there. And last thing, accounts really quick. Is this set up right? Yep, we're good to go. Okay, let's make some freaking money. So got a lot of bets open for today. We went live earlier today, which was pretty exciting. We have a bunch of bets open. We'll see how they turn out. We're not going to win every day, but all of these bets are positive EV from the OddsJam positive EV page. So they are all mathematically profitable. We're going to be tracking our profit and loss right here. We're up $708, which roughly aligns with our expected profit. So we can see, first of all, there's a great prop bet. You know, this is the first one I see, or now we got some live bets. I placed live bets in other videos, not going to do it here, but Herbert Jones under 0.5 made threes, 7.83% expected return. Absolutely insane. FanDuel Sportsbook. You don't have FanDuel, go to YouTube, hit the link in the description, sign up for FanDuel. You get a $1,000 risk-free bet. So let's go here. We want to go to the Pelicans game, Pelicans Pacers. So we'll go here. And then I want to go to Pelicans Pacers. This game is starting soon. And I want to go to player threes. And again, this is all data, right? We are not looking at anything aside from data. So under 0.5 made threes, I'm trying to bet 500. They're like, no, you've made too much money off us. We'll give you 87.2. So I'll hit this bet. And this bet has an expected profit margin of 7.83%. Absolutely insane. So Herbert Jones under 0.5 threes, Pacers game, whatever. I have no idea who this guy is. Don't care who he is, just data, right? It's almost an arb to DraftKings. The sharpest sports book in the world, Pinnacle, has this plus 135, and we're getting plus 172. Insane value, 7.83% expected return. And we were able to bet 87.20. So a great bet. I'm hitting it. 7.83% expected return, which means our expected profit is going to be $6.83, right? So our goal as a sharp sports bettor is to place as many bets as we can per day from the OddsJam plus EV page, ideally with tight market width, and watch those returns stack up, right? So we'll have down days, we'll have winning days, but the point is, over the course of the long run, we're going to see this net profit go up. We're going to see our sum of expected profit go up as well. And these numbers will be roughly similar like they are now, right? Because we're just following math. So if we go to this Herbert Jones guy, you can see under 0.5. I mean, just look at the value, right? So I'll add this to my bet tracker. I'll click on it, 87.2. And now it's in my bet tracker. This bet is profitable to the zero vig line from, basically everything, right? If we put in Pinnacle's market, they have minus 184 on the over, plus 135 on the under. Sports has variance. We never know what's going to happen. So Herbert Jones was minus 184 plus 135. So if we go to a zero vig calculator, minus 184 plus 135. The fair line on his under, once you remove the vig, remove the juice, which is how sportsbooks make money, we can see that the fair line is plus 152. And we're getting plus 172, or that's what we got on FanDuel, which is 20 cents better, which is obviously a profitable bet, right? That is a positive EV bet, which is all we care about as a sports bettor. So we can see Florida's winning, and there's a good spot to hedge on Mississippi if we can get this EV bet down in time. So the live odds day pass is $9 a day on OddsJam, and Mississippi plus 215. I mean, we can throw $50 on it. Let's place this bet. We've said this before, but live odds, they move very fast, right? Compared to pregame odds, every change in possession, this bet is 10.12% EV, absolutely insane. Mississippi, Mississippi. So now we have a college basketball live bet. So I'll make a note for live, but this is $9 a day on OddsJam. Feel free to try it out. You got to be able to move quick, but college basketball, versus Florida. So just making a note of how I can remember it. We got plus 215 odds, a 10.12% return to the sharpest sportsbook in the world, Pinnacle. Like, we're getting plus 215. The sharpest sportsbook in the world has this plus 173. Absolutely insane. So 0.1012, and we were able to bet. I put $50 on it. I try to tread carefully live. Again, every change in possession affects, the odds. Like if Florida goes down, if they hit 2 threes now, and they go up 6 points, Mississippi may move to like plus 315. Everything is about the odds you're getting as a sports bettor. So we can go back here. We can go back to OddsJam. We can hit the refresh button. And again, you need multiple sports books to make OddsJam work for you. You need multiple sports books, right? You need multiple sports books. So go to YouTube, go to the description, sign up for all the sports books in your state that you don't have. What's so crazy about the US is all of these different, we already bet this. So, this has already been bet. I threw $200 on it, plus 140. I think it's really good. I forgot to add it to my bet tracker, so I'll do that. Again, the OddsJam bet tracker, like many of the tools on OddsJam, is 100% free. You should absolutely be using the bet tracker because it shows you if you're beating the closing line, right? The most important factor to being a winning sports bettor in the long run is beating the closing line. Everybody knows that. And what you can see is, we got plus 128 in the earlier live stream on Herbert Jones under 2.5 player assists. That line is now minus 112. We bet this plus 128 on a live stream, freaking insane, in the previous video. So if we go to this game, the Pelicans-Pacers game, which I think we're already on, or no, I went to the bet tracker. So if we go to this game, and then we go to Herbert Jones. So we want to go to, was it made threes? No, I had him assists under 2.5. We got this plus 104. It's now minus 138 on FanDuel. So again, these odds are always moving. They are constantly moving. So you need to be able to move quick to get in on great bets, right? So you can see right here, this guy, absolutely insane. Player assists, AO, I'm not going to try to pronounce it, in the Bulls game. This bet has what percent EV, right? Like you can arbit with a ton of other sports books, right? We could make a risk-free return of 5% tonight. Absolutely insane. Even if your bankroll, you only had $250 to throw on this, that would be a risk-free $24.56 in profit. Absolutely insane. So we'll go here. And what's most insane about this, right, is that these games end tonight. So when you think about the returns, you have to remember that these returns are on a daily basis, right? Usually when you're betting on sports, that return is going to, so under 4.5. Let me shut up for a second and try to bet this. So we want this guy under 4.5 right here, under 4.5 plus 148. Absolutely insane bet. We're going to get 101.35. That's what they limit me to. So we'll hit that. 21.99% EV. The return of the stock market is 8% per year. We just got 22% in one frickin' bet. That is going to end tonight, right? This game starts in 10 minutes. It's 5:50. This game starts at 6. Game's going to be over in 3 hours. So the return of the stock market's 8% a year, right? There's variance. It's the exact same thing in sports betting. You'll see we have down days, we have up days. We just earned 22% in 4 hours or 3 hours, right? Absolutely insane. So let's go here, 2199. And then we have, this is Ayo Dosunmu. So Ayo Dosunmu under 4.5 assists. And this is plus 148 odds. And again, you never know when the best betting opportunities are going to occur. Lines are constantly changing, so you should be on OddsJam as much as possible, right? We just earned $22 in EV. So you'll see this sum of expected profit goes up. All I'm doing is taking this percentage, multiplying it by my stake, and that's my expected profit in a bet, right? That is my edge as a sports bettor. And what you'll see is as this sum of expected profit goes up, we'll have down days in terms of profit, guaranteed. We'll lose some money some days, we'll make some money some days, but over the course of the long run, we're going to make a lot of money sports betting on live stream. So you could tail all this stuff. If you tailed every one of the previous live streams I did using OddsJam, you'd be up $708.16. And I'm working on max limited accounts, right? FanDuel only let me bet 101.35 on this, right? So I'll add this to my bet tracker. Absolutely insane bet, 101.35. Add it in there. Go back here. So 101.35. And then let's just increase the size of all this. Sure. No background, and then I'll just increase this to green. So we just had our first absolutely insane, incredible bet. So let's keep it going, right? I love sports betting, and I intend to continue to bet live. So we can see right here, there are some soccer bets. First half total points under 26 also looks pretty good, but you might as well take the under 25.5, which looks better at plus 140 odds for this game, 7.1% EV still. Again, I already bet this, so I don't have DraftKings pulled up, and this got logged out, and FanDuel, is that the only one that's logged in still? So WinBet's logged in, Caesars is logged in. So I may have to log back into an account briefly before I place a bet. So you can see we got Mississippi plus 215. They're now plus 144 on Pinnacle, the sharpest sportsbook in the world, and Florida's minus 170. So if we remove the VIG, right, the way that all these sportsbooks make money is they charge the juice. They charge the VIG, which is just a spread, right? It's like being like, I'll buy, this from you for $9 and I'll sell it to you for $11. And my whole goal is buy something from you for $9 and then sell it to someone else for $11. That's all sportsbooks do. They don't charge you a fee when you place a bet, right? They just charge the spread. So what you want to do is remove the spread, remove the VIG. If I tell you, hey, I'll buy this from you at $9, I'll sell it to you at $11, then you're probably like, okay, well, you buy it for $9, you'll sell it for $11. You probably think it's worth $10, which is exactly right? And that's all we're doing with a NoVig odds calculator is we're taking the sports betting market with juice and we're removing the juice to get an indication of what is called the fair price, right? If I'm like, I'll buy this for $9, I'll sell it to you for $11. The middle is 10, right? That would be what you think that I think it's worth. So what we're doing is we're taking the market from Pinnacle, the sharpest sportsbook in the world, removing the juice, removing the VIG to say, okay, given that Pinnacle's market is this, the fair odds are plus 153.63. So if I'm getting better odds than that, then my bet is mathematically profitable. If I'm getting worse odds than that, my bet is not profitable. So if I'm getting plus 180 odds on this, I have edge as a sports bettor. Of course, my bet still may lose, but over the course of the long run, if I'm beating the no VIG odds from Pinnacle, the sharpest sportsbook in the world, I'm going to make a lot of money sports betting. If I'm not, then I'm going to lose money. So that's all you're doing as a positive EV sports bettor, right? You're just going to this OddsJam page, Javal McGee, over 12.5 points. The sharpest sportsbook in the world has this minus 105. We're getting it plus 120, insane value. So what I can do is let me stop sharing my screen for a second. I want to log back into some of these accounts and hit some more freaking bets and make some more freaking money. I want this live stream profit to go over $1,000, ideally as quickly as we can. So let me just log into all these accounts very briefly, and then we should be good to go. So I got to add DraftKings in. So we got FanDuel, we got TwinSpires. We'll log into DraftKings. And then we should be good to go and make some more money. I hope you're tailing the bets. Again, if you've tailed all my live streams, literally they're live streams. You can't be like, oh, this isn't real. This product doesn't work. It's like these are live streams, right? Join the live streams, check out the live streams, and yeah, well, this is interesting. So TwinSpires just isn't letting me log in. We're experiencing issues on our services. Please try again later. No idea what that means, but I guess they're down right now, maybe for maintenance. So let me share my screen. We'll go back here. Now I have DraftKings pulled up. So again, we can look at the promos very briefly. I try to touch on those in all the videos. DraftKings, really nothing. FanDuel has two great promos, I bet. So first, they have a risk-free same-game parlay for the Jazz Suns game. Place a $10 bet. If your bet loses, you get your money back, right? That's as easy money as you can get. You have no downside. If your bet loses, you get your money back, right? So what I can see is right here, tons of bets. Here's my risk-free same-game parlay. The max is $10. It has to have 3 legs. If this bet loses, I get my money back, right? And then I also have this NHL, where are you? NHL parlay insurance right here, right? So I have Kings plus 1.5, under 6.5 in this game, Flyers plus 1.5. And basically the way this promo works is if you lose exactly 1 leg in your parlay, FanDuel will just give you your money back. So if you go to OddsJam, and then you go here, and then you go to parlay insurance, take a sip of my alcoholic drink, you can see that we have a full article explaining the math behind this promo if you want to learn a bit more about it, right? So Arbing is for squares, a lot less profitable. If you want to make the real money, you should just be placing bets from the Plus EV page. So now we're in Caesars. We have Javal McGee over 12.5 player points, plus 120. The sharpest sportsbook in the world has it minus 105. I mean, just freaking insane value. So what we're going to do is we're going to bet this, right? Of course, we are going to bet this. So Suns Jazz, we want to go here and we'll throw $100 on it. We'll go to player props. And my goal as a sports bettor, as your goal should be as a sports bettor, is to have tons of mathematically profitable bets placed from the OddsJam Plus EV page on a daily basis. So let me add this to my bet tracker, and then we'll go here and we'll go to my bet tracker. And again, what you want to see as a sports bettor is just green, right? You want to see green. Green means you are beating the closing line at the sharpest sportsbook in the world, which means you are going to make money in the long run as a sports bettor. So we have Javal McGee, over 10.5 points. And this was plus 120 odds. Kind of funny. I didn't realize this. We have Javal McGee under 11.5 points from earlier at plus 100 odds. And now we have Javal McGee. Literally just watch the previous live stream. This is an insane bet. I didn't even realize. Plus 120 odds for $100. So we can go through the math. This would be technically, I guess, a middle bet. And at plus 120 odds, and this bet was from the Plus EV page, and it has an edge or a profit margin as a sports bettor of 5.34%. So we have 5.34%. So I just earned $5 in EV or expected profit. And of course, this bet may win. That is not what I meant to do. This bet may win. This bet may lose. But over the course of the long run, I'm going to make money. This net profit is going to be very close to the expected profit. Again, if you want to see all these bets, look in the description on YouTube. We're literally up $700. You should have tailed every single one of these bets. Sign up for all the sports books using the links in the YouTube description. What we do is we take you to the highest possible deposit bonus in your state, right? So if you're signing up for Caesars in Arizona, the best deposit offer that the sportsbook has is a free bet match of up to $1,000. You bet $1,000, they give you an $1,000 free bet. Absolutely insane, super profitable, and we'll take you to this promo. Now, if you're in Louisiana, they're giving you $3,000, right? $3,000 deposit bonus. So, much, much better than this. And we'll take you to that deposit bonus. So we'll take you to the best deposit bonus in your state so you don't miss out on value. And again, the only way to make OddsJam work, and honestly, the only way to be a profitable sports bettor is to have multiple sports betting accounts, right? So I have Caesars, I have FanDuel, right? I have WynnBET. You need all of these accounts to be a successful sports bettor. So I have them all. So we can see, we can look around at some other bets. Like this has tight market width, right? Only 19 cents between minus 135 and plus 116, which means Pinnacle, the sharpest sportsbook in the world, is very confident in their market. We're getting plus 140, which is absolutely insane value, right? Absolutely insane value. 7.1% profit margin. So again, it's not in this live bet sheet because I didn't bet it while live, right? I threw $200 on it, but that bet wasn't live. So it's not in this live betting profit sheet. But long story short, right, what makes OddsJam possible is the fact that all of these sports books in the US have different odds, right? So if you want to bet on the Bengals next week, let's say, you can get plus 260 on Fox Bet, plus 250 DraftKings, plus 245 Elite Sportsbook, plus 270 FanDuel. Why on earth would you ever place a bet at plus 245 if you can get plus 270 on FanDuel? That is a guaranteed way to lose money in the long run as a sports bettor, right? If you're placing bets at plus 245, you're betting 100 to win 245 profit when you could be betting 100 to win $270 profit. And the craziest thing about mobile sports betting, right, is all of these sports books, they're just a tab click away. It's absolutely insane, right? You click to a different tab to place a bet where you get a much better price, right? It's like if you're on Amazon and it's like, whatever, like this iPhone is $5. That's a terrible example, but you get my point. And then this exact replica iPhone is $12. It's like, which one are you going to buy? The one at $5, right? That's all we're doing as a sports bettor with line shopping, as it's called, right? So you need to make sure you're line shopping as a sports bettor and you're always getting the best possible odds. So we can go back. I'll switch my state back to Arizona because that's where I'm currently located. We'll go back to the Plus EV page. So we already bet this. Here's another great bet, 4.84% edge. So we can go to FanDuel. What league is this in? No one knows. No one knows what this league in France is, but it doesn't matter, right? All we're doing is we are following the frickin' data to make money sports betting. So we'll go here. 126 is when this game is, under 1.5. I'm not going to try to pronounce those team names, but you have to move quick, right? This is an incredible bet, right? The profit margin of this bet to the zero vig line from Pinnacle, the sharpest sportsbook in the world and the most efficient soccer betting market in the world, is 4.84%, right? Absolutely insane. So here's the game or match, whatever you call it in soccer. I'll go to goals, and then I want to go to under 1.5 and bet plus 215. So I'll try to throw a 250 on it. They're going to say no. You can see right here, FanDuel's like, that's too much zoomed in. FanDuel's like, yo, you've made way too much money off us. You get 76.75. And it's like, well, yeah, I guess that's kind of fair. So 76.75, I'll add it to my bet tracker. And again, this bet tracker is insanely powerful. OddsJam has the best bet tracker on the market. So make sure you sign up for free to OddsJam just to use our bet tracker, right? You don't have to pay for an account. You don't have to be in a state where FanDuel's legal. You can use the OddsJam bet tracker for all your bets, which you should be doing because you want to see if you are beating the closing line consistently. So 4.84% expected return on this bet. So we can go here and I can go to 0.0484%. All these bets are placed live. You should have tailed this. If you haven't tailed it, why haven't you tailed it, right? All you're seeing is this net profit I have march higher and higher and higher. So you can tail all these bets on the live stream. Our expected profit is 5% of 76.75 or 371. And again, my goal as a sports bettor is to have, so this was at plus 215 odds, and this is the Angers. What is his team name versus Saint Etienne? Don't know. Doesn't matter. I don't even care, right? It is all about the data and the value in the odds, right? That is all that matters to me as a sports bettor. I don't care who these teams are. I don't freaking care what some stupid Twitter handicapper says. All I know is the sharpest sportsbook in the world is only giving me plus 188 on this. And I'm getting plus 215, which is insane value and beats the zero vig line, plus 188 minus 229. So go to the no vig odds calculator, which you should be spending a lot of time on as a sports bettor. The no vig line is plus 200. I'm getting plus 215. Plus 215 is better than plus 200. So this is a mathematically profitable bet. It is positive EV, which is right here, right? Mississippi is now favored. We have them plus 215. That's how you frickin' place a live bet. So I would hedge. I could hedge on Florida plus 145 for an insane ARB, but Twin Spires is down for site maintenance. So it is what it is. So my goal as a sports bettor, right, is to go through these bets on a consistent basis as much as possible because these odds are always changing. You know, player gets injured, lines move. Sharp action comes in and moves lines move, right? Lines are always moving. So you need to be checking OddsJam. Have it up at work. Your work's not that important. Would you rather make money sports betting or, you know, sit at your job? You'd rather make money sports betting. So keep OddsJam up on your computer, refresh the plus EV page, and look for the best betting opportunities, right? Like you can see there are a lot of them right now, and a lot of the games for tonight have started. So we placed a few bets. This bet looks good. You know, if we want to give WinBet some love, Rhode Island, Richmond, you know, under 137. So let's just type in under 130. Under 137 seems like a pretty great bet. So, you know, Rhode Island, I mean, did anyone know Rhode Island or Richmond have college basketball teams? I didn't. So seems like they probably don't score a lot of points. So let's throw $500 on it. And again, that was obviously a joke. This is all just math, right? All we are doing is looking at the odds, finding value in the odds, and it's going to make me log back in again. So give me 1 sec. Hopefully no one hits this before I do, and hopefully the line doesn't move, but we shall see, right? We shall see. Go, 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 baby, go. So let me log back in. Sorry for the wait. Frickin'. Let's log back in. I already have a lot of bets placed on WinBet, so let me do this. Share screen. Okay, we're logged back in. So we now have this bet placed, right? $500, Rhode Island under 137. It's a mathematically profitable bet. OddsJam is constantly scanning the markets for you to help you find good bets as a sports bettor, right? So if we type in Rhode Island, you can see, like, just click into this game. Most sports books have, you know, the total 1.5 points higher, right? WinBet's just sitting here with over under 137 when other books are 135.5. Absolutely incredible bet, right? I mean, it's just numbers, right? We're just following the data. There's no picks, there's no BS. This isn't some square loser product. This is all math, all data that is driving, you know, the product forward and helps you find good bets as a sports bettor. So we can go to this Rhode Island bet. I'll track it. And again, this bet tracker is really powerful because if my bet, and again, anything you want to learn, just search on the OddsJam blog. You want to learn about DraftKings promos? Boom. We got an article on that. You want to learn about VIP on sportsbooks? We have like 3 articles on that. Anything you want to learn about will be on the blog. A lot of it written by me, Randall, people who actually make money sports betting and have consistently. So feel free to check it out, right? Randall was actually, he like won some Vegas, you know, competition or something like that. So very impressive. So check that out. And again, just like sit on the plus EV page. That is how you are going to make money as a sports bettor. So I could sit here all day and place bets. So 49ers, Rams. And of course, you want to start at the top. That probably makes the most sense to look at the bets with the highest profit margin. So like the 7.1 is on the bottom right here. So I can zoom in a bit. The 7.1% is on the bottom right here, lining up with this plus 140. So plus 140 on DraftKings is a good bet, right? That is the bet that we want to be on as a sports bettor. So I'll turn off live bets. Live bets can be tricky. Did we place this bet? I think we did place this bet. So Angers versus St. Etienne, minus 1.5. Okay, got it. FanDuel. And you can see like I have a bunch of mathematically profitable bets placed. I'm forming my own little hedge fund as a sports bettor. Not all my bets will win. I'll have down days for sure. But I have edge as a sports bettor, right? I have a mathematical edge as a sports bettor. So you can see I bet Florida -5. I think that bet, did we place it on the live stream? We did. We placed it on the live stream yesterday. So now I have a hedge on, Mississippi money line. So we'll see how that works out. So I can zoom out, hit the refresh button, and we can keep placing bets and see if anything good occurs. So many good bets out there. JaVale McGee over 9.5 rebounds. We can go into there. And again, you need more sports books, like just insane value, right? DraftKings plus 115, Pinnacle, sharpest sportsbook in the world, plus 115, TwinSpires plus 113, and we're getting plus 115 on JaVale McGee, over 9.5 rebounds, plus 140. So we can go here. Are you going to make me log back in, Caesars? Come on, man. Keep me logged in, sportsbooks. Keep me logged in. Yeah, okay. They kept me logged in. BetMGM just logged me out. Well, okay. So we'll go here. Over 9.5 plus 140. And this is in the Phoenix Suns game. It's just value, right? All you're looking for as a sports bettor should be value. You should trust the data. Don't trust these square handicappers. I mean, you're listening to guys who don't know anything, right? The people making money sports betting are the frickin', people in Vegas sitting behind computers watching the lines move. It's not these Twitter handicappers talking about, Patrick, who watch sports all day and are like, Patrick Mahomes, looks like his thumb hurt, so they're going to lose. And the crazy hard part about sports betting, right? Let's throw 250 on this player prop. Why not? Right? It's positive EV. We're going to make money over the course of the long run. Let's have some frickin' fun. So 4.0419%. We bet $250 on it, and this is plus 140 odds. We're going to continue to see that profit march up. We're beating the zero vig line from Pinnacle, the sharpest sportsbook in the world. Absolutely insane value at plus 140. And JaVale McGee over 9.5 rebounds. So I also don't mean to, hate on handicappers too much. Obviously, I don't know anything about this guy. I couldn't pick this guy out of a crowd. The only player I know on either, I don't care, right? I just don't care. I care about the numbers. I care about the data, and that's what OddsJam teaches you to do. Granted, if you are a handicapper, we have a lot of customers on our product who think they have an edge just from watching a lot of sports. I don't know if I buy that. I think that's a lot of BS. But if you do believe that, use the Plus EV page as a guide, right? If you love watching, college basketball, and for some reason you're just like, USC sucks, they're not going to win, then skip over this Plus EV bet, right? It's not that complicated. If you believe that, right? Of course, I don't know if you have an edge, right? I can't say no handicappers have an edge. I just know 99.999% of them don't, right? It's the guys with the data who are making the money, and that's why OddsJam is such a powerful product. It is constantly scanning the markets for you as a sports bettor to help you make money. Over 143, Missouri-Auburn game, another great bet on WinBet. You can see most books have it 1.5 points higher, right? Insane value we are getting. So we're going to go to Missouri. Where are you, baby? So they got a search button. You got to be quick as a sports bettor, right, to get in on the best betting opportunities. So come on, view all college basketball. Let's go to Missouri-Auburn. And I'm going to bet $500 on this. Then we can go over free bet conversion. So this bet has, what was the edge of this bet? 2.86%. Again, Missouri. Oh, we also placed that Rhode Island bet, which I still haven't added. But over 9.5 rebounds. Is that what we bet on Caesars? Yeah, Javal McGee over 9.5 rebounds. So I just placed 500 on this. Let me add it to my bet tracker so I can track my CLV. And again, OddsJam will send me a notification if my bet is no longer good, right? It will send me a notification. So this Rhode Island bet was 3.02% EV. I already added it to my bet tracker. So, oh my God. Let me stop sharing my screen for a sec and take a little break while I figure out what the heck I'm betting. So let's go here. Am I doing this right? Okay. Yeah, we're good. I just thought I had to log into some of these accounts. So my bet on Missouri game over 143, Missouri Auburn over 143. It's a profit margin. So I bet $500. The odds, no. This is 500. This is minus 110. And then my profit margin as a sports bettor is 2.86%, right? So 0.0286%. So I just earned $9 at $14.30, in EV. So we're continuing to see the sum of expected profit go up, which again is just this percentage right here. So 2.86% aligns with the top win bet minus 110, right? 2.86 EV, 3.02% EV on the under 137 in the Rhode Island game. So we can add that bet in here. So under 137, not 317, I wish, Rhode Island game. And this bet's at minus 110. We bet $500. The edge was roughly 3% as well, 3.02%. So 0.302. So our profit margin, 1510, right? We're placing all bets from the plus EV page. We're seeing our expected profit go up, right? It's like the return of the stock market's, 8% a year. So if you have $10,000 or $1,000 in the stock market, you're like, okay, I have $10,000 in the stock market. I'm expecting to make $800 in returns this year. Of course, there will be down years, there will be good years, but over the course of the long run, you're going to make that 8%. That is the same as plus EV betting. Over the course of, a day, you may lose money, you may make money, right? If you see a Square Twitter handicapper post a pick and he wins, doesn't mean he's smart. No, it means he won that night, right? No sports bettor wins every time. And at the same time, no sports bettor loses every time, right? And why most people find it very hard to even realize who's profitable and who's not profitable is they don't track their bets, right? You need to track your bets, which is why regardless of if you're in California and you're using only offshore sports books, or you're in frickin', New Jersey and you're using all the crazy amount of US regulated sports books, you should be using the OddsJam bet tracker, right? You should be using the OddsJam bet tracker. So we'll go back here. We already bet this. We'll continue to look for good bets. This bet I'm going to skip over because I already bet this. And, just so many bets. Damn. There's always a bunch of good bets. We have these two bets placed that win, and just get more green check marks, right? That's your goal as a sports bettor. I already bet this. I gave this play out on TikTok as well as YouTube, my YouTube live streams. So, or not live stream, I apologize, YouTube shorts, right? YouTube shorts. So some of these bets I'm going to skip over just because I've already bet them, right? I already bet them. I posted a video about them. So you should be, subscribed to OddsJam, notifications on, watching everything, because all you're seeing is this net profit go up. And these bets on live stream, they're literally live. You could tail them. You could be up $700 with me, but for some reason you're not tailing, right? So anyways, live streaming, pretty crazy. But, we could sit here all day. Under 22.5, Rams, 49ers first half seems pretty dang good, right? There's tons and tons of bets out there. Minus 106, Marcus Smart. It's almost an ARB to DraftKings, right? Just absolutely insane. This is for tomorrow. So minus 130 on DraftKings, right? Minus 106 on FanDuel, minus 130 on Pinnacle, the sharpest sportsbook in the world. We're getting minus 106 on FanDuel. Absolutely insane value. So we can go back to the Celtics game, and then we can go here. And again, you'll see these opportunities, they're always coming, they're always going. So what market is this? 3.5 rebounds. So we can go here, we can go to rebounds, and then we can go to smart over 3.5 rebounds. How much are you going to let me bet? 53. Okay, let's take it, because my goal as a sports bettor is to have as many mathematically profitable bets as I can place per day, and just watch that profit stack higher and higher and higher. And if you like watching sports, of course, you have the added benefit of now you're actually profitable and you get to watch sports, right? Which is always fun. So our expected profit on this bet is just our stake. FanDuel let us bet $53, what they limited us to, and our edge from OddsJam positive EV, which is this 2.64%, right? So we just hit this bet, 140 in profit margin. It's not that great. Sure, you shouldn't be looking to make $100,000 sports betting this month. You should be looking to make $100 in expected profit each day, and therefore make $3,000 over the course of a month, right? Regardless of your bankroll. It's all about small gains building up. So this was Marcus Smart, over 3.5 rebounds. We just hit that bet. I got to add it to my bet tracker, which you should make a habit of. Use the heck out of the OddsJam bet tracker. You can see right here, right? Like, we got an insane bet down. FanDuel just moved their odds to minus, like you can see, right? Literally, this is freaking live stream. We got minus 106. If I hit done, it's now minus, or where is it? It's now minus 140, right? These lines move. You have to be fast, and you have to check OddsJam frequently. If you're not using the product, you can't expect to make money, right? It's like, trying to think of a good example. It's like anything in life, right? If you're not trying, you're not going to make money. Sports betting is not about those lottery ticket parlays that make you $10,000 in a night. If you're doing that, you might as well go to 7-Eleven and play the freaking scratch offs and lose a ton of money. It's about pursuing these edges on a daily basis, betting a reasonable amount of money, not too much of your bankroll. You can use the Kelly calculator right here, this little calculator, and watching those returns compound and compound and compound. But again, you need multiple sports books to be successful as a sports bettor. We have a ton. Go to YouTube, look in the description, type in OddsJam, look at this live stream, go to the description. We'll show you all the sports books in your state and with the states it's available, and sign up for every single one in your location. You need more sports books. More sports books means more promos, right? Like if we go to Caesars and we go to promos, they have a same game parlay insurance. Tomorrow they have a promo. They have a massive sign-up bonus worth $1,001. $1,001 you can make just from signing up for Caesars. All these sportsbooks have different promos, different odds. So at the same time, right? Like if I didn't have DraftKings, I couldn't have placed this bet, right? If I didn't have FanDuel, I couldn't have placed this bet. You need multiple sportsbooks to be successful. You're never going to make money as a sports bettor with only one sportsbook. You need as many as you can get in your state, which is why Colorado is the best state for sports betting. Colorado has the most sports books, right? So more sports books, more promos, more sign-up bonuses. You get the point. So Cameron Johnson, over 2.5 made threes, minus 134. Kind of tired today. Haven't really slept much the past. Booker over 27.5, almost an ARB to DraftKings. Pinnacle, the sharpest sportsbook in the world, has this minus 123, minus 108. So if we go to a Novig odds calculator, they have his over minus 123 is under minus 108. So the fair line would be minus 106.23. We're getting better value than this. So this is a mathematically profitable bet, right? 3.3% return. So we can go to Booker, over 27.5 points plus 100. And again, like if you miss some good bets, they're on OddsJam and you miss them, it's just part of the process, right? These edges are absolutely insane, right? They're going to let me bet 375 on this. We'll play it a bit chill. Let's put 250 on it. Let's hit it. 250, boom, 3.02% edge. So we can go to Booker, over 27.5 points. This was at plus 100 odds. We bet $250. Our edge was 3%, roughly. 3.02%. So I'll just adjust this, try to keep some consistency, and I won't round or anything. So we just gained 755 in EV, right? And I'm essentially forming my own little hedge fund of sports bets. Not every bet is going to win, right? But all of my bets have a mathematical profit margin, and over the course of the long run, I'll make money, right? Like over the course of the long run, of course, that is. You're not going to make money every single day, but if all of your bets have a mathematical profit margin, they are positive EV for OddsJam, you'll just kind of see that profit march higher and higher and higher. And again, the way to determine if you're a good sports bettor is all you want to do is go to this bet tracker and make sure you're beating the closing line, right? You need to be beating the closing line. You need to see more green on your bet tracker dashboard than red, right? Red is terrible. But OddsJam will send you an email notification if your bet gets bad to the CLV. And then sometimes you can be like, oh, and go cash out, right? So that's pretty cool. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of bets. Lots and lots and lots and lots of promos, right? The way I got into sports betting, right, is I'm a math guy. I'm a data guy. I don't fall for this, bull BS handicappers and their bullshit Lamborghinis. Like, it's just not true. I don't fall for get $10,000 in one day by betting my parlay. It's all BS, right? It's just, I learned the math behind the markets, right, after graduating, and was really fascinated by sports betting, right? I've been fascinated by sports betting since Stanford. I've been fascinated since sports betting since I, was a little kid, and making money sports betting. And it's a dream come true for me to be able to, have sports betting legalized in the US, and some of these crazy betting opportunities that, have been able to make me a ton of money. And the reason we started OddsJam is, right, let's just go to, for example, an NHL game. Why did I start OddsJam? I get this question all the time. Oh, if you make money, why did you start this company? And it's like, okay, I want to bet on Avs minus 3.5 tonight. Let me put $250 on it. FanDuel says you get 35.70. Max wager, 35.70 right there, right? This is the reason sports betting isn't scalable, right? It's why nobody smart wants to be a professional sports bettor, because realistically, unless you're somehow gaming the system, right, and you're signing up for accounts under your dad or something, which isn't even allowed, it's just not scalable, right? You can make good money doing it. It's a great side hustle. It's not a career. And that's why you don't see, really talented people who are like, oh, I want to be a professional sports bettor, because your earnings are capped, right? And that is ultimately why we decided to start OddsJam. Is I think there's a lot more power in sharing how to become a profitable sports bettor and think about sports betting, rather than hoarding that information to myself just to make a couple extra bucks here and there, because there's less competition in terms of who's smart or who's not smart. So it's all about the odds you're getting, right? You should always have a price at which you're willing to bet both teams. So, for example, for the Avs Blackhawks game tonight, you can see the Blackhawks are plus 273. They're pretty big underdogs. That's the best price you can get them. The Avs are minus 310. So if you ask me right now, do you want to bet on the Avs minus 200? No shit. I will give you as much money as you want to put on that line. Every sportsbook has them roughly minus 300. This would be an ARB to basically every sportsbook. ARB means you can bet both sides. If we could bet the Avalanche minus 200, we could bet the Blackhawks plus 273 on Bet Online and earn a risk-free profit of an insane amount, right? Obviously, I would bet on the Avs minus 200. Would I bet on the Blackhawks plus 350? Yes, no shit. As much money as you want, right? Because it would be an ARB to everything as well. It would be insane value. Everything is about the odds you're getting, and a dedication and a pursuit to getting the best possible odds is the only way to make money sports betting. The people who are guaranteed to lose money sports betting are the people who, for example, let's go to total goals. The people who lose money sports betting are the people betting at minus 115 odds when you can be getting plus 102, right? It doesn't make any sense. If you're placing bets at minus 115, when another sportsbook in your location has plus 102, you are guaranteed going to lose money in the long run as a sports bettor. guaranteed, right? It is. So when people ask me like, how are those profit statements real, from your first YouTube video, it's like, which you should go watch if you haven't watched it. It's a dedication to getting plus 102 odds when all the other books are minus 115. That's how you make money, right? Because no sports bettor wins every time. Every sports bettor will have losing streaks, regardless of if they're super profitable, super unprofitable. And it's all about, getting good odds to make you profitable in the long run. Like these seemingly small differences in odds between, you only have to bet 115 to win 100 versus you only have to bet 98 to win 100. 115 versus 98 to win $100 profit if your bet wins may not seem like a large amount of money, but over the course of the long run, it's an incredibly large difference, right? It's all about these small improvements on a daily basis to make money as a sports bettor. And again, for the most serious sports bettors, you should be on the OddsJam Platinum plan. The Platinum plan has more sharp sports books, real-time odds, bet online, bookmaker, Westgate, Circa. You need to be on the Platinum plan. For the most serious bettors, unlimited live odds, right? This is the plan I'm using when I'm demoing it. But of course, not everyone has the bankroll maybe to make sports betting that profitable for themselves. So those users should be on the industry plan, right? So we can see there's tons of good bets out there. I mean, I could sit here all freaking night long and just hit bets, and then we'd see this live stream profit go up quicker, right? $700. This is in the description on YouTube. So go to YouTube, go to the description. You can open up the sheet. All you're going to see is this profit much higher, and you could tail all the bets, but you're not for some reason. It doesn't seem like, that many people are tailing the bets, but you should be, right? You should be tailing these bets because we're going to go up a lot of money on these live streams. I want this number to hit 10K on live stream. That's going to be a pretty insane day. So that's what's going to happen for sure. So some good player props out there. TwinSpires, unfortunately, not letting me log in right now. They're not letting anyone log in. So you can go through, play some mathematically profitable bets. Again, the key to sports betting is having a lot of outs, right? You need a lot of sports books. So go through the whole YouTube description, click all the links. If you don't have a sports book, sign up for it. It takes 3 minutes. You get an insane deposit bonus. Insane deposit bonus. On most of these sports books, you get a lot of promos, and this is how you make money sports betting long term, right? You take advantage of the easy frickin' money. Caesars gives you $1,000 just for signing up. So you have to be taking advantage of that. So click the link in the description. We will take you to the highest deposit bonus in your state and tell you which sports books are in your state, right? Caesars isn't available in California, but it is in Arizona. But in New York, they're giving you a better deposit bonus. So sign up, click the link. We'll redirect you to the best deposit bonus in your location. Take advantage of this easy money. We'll talk about more of the promos in all of these live streams, and then you can start plus EV betting, right? Like I can't use OddsJam if I only have one sports book. You need a lot of sports books, right? That is the key to sharp sports betting and profitable sports betting. So I hope you found this video helpful. I'm pretty tired today, so I'm going to call it here, but have a great rest of your night. Let's watch these bets hit and let's make some frickin' money. So have a great one.